So the next question is, how do costs, lead times, and reliability compare when sourcing from countries like India, Vietnam, Indonesia, or Mexico versus China?
You picked like the countries that are a little bit troublesome. Let's call India, let's call Mexico, and maybe in Germany, and then Germany. In Europe, you would also maybe call Turkey. I have to admit, I mean, those countries, they have different work ethics for sure from China. I usually say it's like, or we have a phrase in German, if I don't come today, then I come tomorrow or the day after. So it's like the urgency, and not to say that all of them are bad. You have great companies in all of those countries, but just from the culture, from the background, from the way how people interact, how business is being done, how things are being negotiated, how it's okay to say is like, if it doesn't happen, then that was God's will, for example, then it comes later. Where us Germans, and it's like, yes, I'm gonna hit the table right now, we're gonna be like, let's get it done. Other countries may be very different. At the same time, when you look into Mexico, whether it's now a free trade zone or not anymore, you put the stuff on a truck, you drive it over there, and it's there in 3 days, and 5 days, maybe 7 days. You don't have 55 days sea time. You load it on a truck, you bring it over. You buy in smaller batches the product, but more frequently. You have less bound capital in every production. And when you're, for example, within, let's say in Europe, or maybe we're buying from inside the EU, it is so much easier to get much, much better payment terms, like 60 days, 90 days net, or 120 days after receiving when you're large enough or you're one of the big retailers. Imagine what it does to your cash flow. You're getting the products, you're starting to sell, you earn the money, and then you start paying your supplier. You're building a positive cash flow. That's nuts, right? Imagine the leverage, what you can do with this if you find more good products. If you come in, for example, like say us here in Germany, we have the pride or I believe by now, the not anymore deserved value of made in Germany is good. Made in Germany originally was actually something that was given by the British against us in the boycott. I think that was actually already after World War I, not World War II, where they said those products are made in Germany. So boycott, stop, don't buy from them. Germany took this after World War II, rebuilding the system, rebuilding the economy, rebuilding the country, and it was like the wonder of blah, blah, blah. And so made in Germany became high quality engineering stuff, right? High quality engineering capabilities and a good word. If I look at Germany right now, it's like there's no wonder that China has overtaken every single other country out there, because what they're doing is they're focused on sales. They may only answer 1 out of your 7 questions, but vice versa, you need to contact the German 7 times to get 1 question answered. They want to help you, they want to sell, they're there, they want to produce, and they have the capacities to run those out. This level of automation, this level of perfection, you may not have in many of the other countries yet. But you may have cheaper prices. If you bring some patience, you can still build yourself up a very good supply chain, whether in India or in Mexico or many of the other South American or the US itself. You will face less comfort than in China. You know how the business in China works, right? You go, you ask, you get answers. Yeah, small changes. Then you place production and things go. You have a quality control running so they don't trick you with making cheaper ingredients or cheaper components. But you know it works, right? And it works for years. This level of business perfectionism or professionalism for white label, for serving small businesses like ours, may take still a bit more time in those countries. Again, don't be afraid, but be prepared. It may take longer and may require a bit more quality control. Sorry for the long answer, but I hope this explains it a bit around. There's pros and cons, of course, to everything.
Yeah, definitely. Right. So